peak of 2021, and we are starting with a lot of great news that we are bringing to you. And before I break the news, let me invite my friend from UK, Mr. Neville Gund.
Good morning, CK, and good morning, everybody. Yes, 2021 starts off. It's a new era. It's a new decade, beginning of the second decade of the 20th century, 21st century. Blimey, need my teeth in. And of course, this is the week for news. New news. We've got vaccines which are now being rolled out. We've got the new Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, which is literally being delivered today, which is all great news about beating this particularly nasty coronavirus. And I've got a little bit more news to give people today. And this is about future jobs. The World Economic Forum are constantly updating where future jobs are going to be. What are the characteristics of those future jobs? What do you need to have? What talent do you need to have? What academic qualifications you need to have? What leadership qualifications and soft skills and the right attitude? All that's a given, but what jobs are going to be there? And that's what people, young people, particularly, probably 14, 15-year-olds that might be looking at their first job in 5 or 6 years' time. What jobs should I be looking for now? What jobs should I be being aware of now? Because they're all being told artificial intelligence is coming in big time. Machine learning is already there. Some of the mundane jobs that you and I would call mundane jobs are being replaced by robots, which is really good news because, quite frankly, who on earth wants to do a mundane job? You just don't want to do it. So lots of jobs are going to disappear, but that means that there's an opportunity for new jobs to come through. One of those new jobs that not a lot of people have heard about is being a drone pilot. Any idea what that is, CK?
Neville, to be very frank with you, I have always wanted to be a pilot, but never made it. So I became a businessman. But when somebody asked me in school, "What do you want to be?" I would say, "I want to be a fighter pilot." But I think there is an opportunity for me. I think you have started something new, which our viewers would like to know.
Well, it was always those chat-up lines when you were going to meet girls in a bar, and they asked you, "What do you do?" "Well, I'm a pilot," or it's sort of one of those glamour, or "I work for MI5." Not that they believed you at any one point, but it was always a good laugh when you were talking amongst your friends. But yes, when you talk about being a pilot, an airline pilot, it gives that level of professionalism, the level of integrity, the credibility that comes with it, even if you're a really bad pilot, But as we know, there are no such thing as bad pilots because they're all of a very high quality. Why? Because we trust them implicitly with our lives. Pilots don't sit on the ground. They take us up in an aircraft. And typically there are two. There's a pilot and a co-pilot and a whole crew. But we put our faith and our trust in that pilot. And under those circumstances, yes, of course, there's a level of leadership that you come with it. I mean, what sort of words come to you as you talk about an airline pilot?
Well, I think to begin with, intellectually very sharp. That is the first thing. Ready to take a decision in a split second. So ability to take decision at a very high speed. So that means brain works faster than normal person. And then travel the world, go around, see new places, make new friends. And also wherever you go, you are treated with a lot of respect because you are special. You are among the creme de la creme of all professionals. It's very difficult to become a pilot because I think you can be a doctor, you can be an engineer, you can be a colonel in an army, but even to become a pilot, it's just 1% of the professional cream that is used to select the pilot So I think the pilot pedigree is only 0.001% from our society. It's a very special job.
Exactly. It's a very special job, you know, and you and I have never trained to be a pilot. So we got no idea, really. Let's face it. You know, I've jumped out of a plane with a parachute on the back a few times, but I've never trained to be a pilot. I really don't know what they go through. But I have an expectation. A few thoughts go through my mind. As being an accountant, I know what professional training I had to do to be an accountant, and I just expect them to have done more professional training, frankly. You know, all of a sudden they're on a different level because I'm putting my trust in them. Now, as the world has condensed itself and shrunk itself a little bit recently because of COVID, there hasn't been actually a huge demand for pilots because most airlines have been grounded. However, one of the future jobs that we do know is going to be there is drone delivery. Now, you might say, well, what's drone delivery? You know, because if you look at drones in the USA in particular, the drones are vehicles. Amazon and all of them, you know, including Elon Musk, are experimenting in delivery vehicles that literally get themselves from the dispatch office to your front door, whether that's a business front door or it's your home. That's where drones, if you like, delivery have come from. However, in many parts of the world, aviation is a massive issue. Imagine in the worst cases, disaster recovery arenas, you know, when there's been an avalanche or there's been a volcano eruption, then the NGOs are looking at getting people and product services to that local area very quickly. Typically, that's currently being done by airborne drones. For every airborne drone, it's just like an aircraft. You need a pilot. And most of these pilots currently, as I've been experiencing over the last couple of years, are independent. They're only as trained as they want to be trained. They're not necessarily classed as professional. They're not given that accolade as being an airline pilot. And yet they're still actually managing an aircraft in flight, delivering much needed goods that could be a heart that's taken from one hospital to another that needs to be there super quick. And in London, you get jammed in, even with the alarms going on, you know, with the ambulance going no, 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 from one place to the next. People still have to get out of the way, and it takes time. Drones have got a clear line of sight, bang, peer to peer, point to point, A to B. They don't have to deviate. Those pilots actually are going to be worth their weight in gold going forward. And what we need to do is to today start recognizing that there are good pilots and bad pilots currently. And what we need to be doing is looking at their training, bringing them together, making them more professional, and at the same time, doing the marketing for them, getting them good jobs. Because these are solopreneurs, remember, you know? And the problem that consultants have that you and I know about all the time is when they're working for this project, they're not actually marketing themselves for other projects. So it's as though they need a 24/7 marketing support so that it's constantly saying, this is what we're doing, this is how we've done it, this is where we've done it. Hence, from the 1st of January, I'm proud to announce that we've launched, along with friends of mine, the Global Drone Pilots Association. And any drone pilot can join, and the real word is for free. We're not going to charge for the entry point. We just want to have a focal point where all drone pilots can show their wares, show how good they are, and we will help them with a bit of training, make them more professional so that actually they've got, this is a real career. So rather than being a service that people don't value, it's a career service where people do value, which means you need to invest in your own element of that service. So you need to show how good you are, that you are professional, and you're there to do the customer service. And the other thing is, by the way, what do you think you need to be a drone pilot? What technical capability do you think you need to be a drone pilot?
Well, I'm already a qualified drone pilot, Neville. I play a lot of games. I have a drone.
Exactly. Exactly. It's the game, it's that game arena, because gamers actually make really good drone pilots. They're constantly looking at a screen. They're getting feedback from a screen, a big screen or a small screen. They're maneuvering. They've got great hand to eye coordination. They can maneuver this. They're using all of their digits to make things happen. Almost like a Formula One driver, that everything's on the steering wheel. And the feedback is not just from the steering wheel, but from where you're going in front of you. So your Formula One driver, the big screen is live, you know? But they have their own drone arena where they go in what they call the simulator. So anyone that loves playing in this simulator arena, my goodness, there's a career opportunity out there for you beyond the gaming arena. And remember, it's not one pilot for 10 drones, because that's just physically impossible. It's one pilot per drone. So if you imagine, and let's just think going forward now, because we're seeing the adverts on the TV, if you want your McDonald's takeaway, you go to an allotted slot and someone brings it to you. In the UK, we've got Deliveroo. So that, in essence, what you might call a tuk-tuk driver or a motorbike rider, brings the meal to you. It's going to be done by drone. It's definitely going to be done by drone going forward. Why? Because motorbikes, tuk-tuks, etc., even electric vehicles can only go on the highway, can only go on roads. If I go to my local McDonald's, it's about 3 miles away and would take even a motorbike rider about 15 minutes because of the traffic lights, the traffic, and it might even take 30 minutes on a bad day, despite the fact that the motorbike rider can weave in and out of traffic. How long would a drone take to go 3.5 miles? Well,
I think
actually,
it'll take hardly 5 minutes. I think.
exactly 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And equally, once it's delivered, it can take away the rubbish. So it could wait for you to unpack it and take away everything that it's been sent with. Okay, so we're actually saving the planet many times because this is an electric vehicle, not creating carbon dioxide, not utilizing and not adding to traffic problems. All of the benefits that you can think of with a point to point, 50 meters up, assuming the Civil Aviation Authority allows it. So those are big issues you've got to get over. But again, once you become a professional organization, the aviation authorities are going to say, actually, okay, this is self-regulation now. These people are really regulating themselves. So they will recognize that unless you've got certain qualifications, you can't manage a drone. And then the organization, the industry becomes self-regulated. So all I'm doing here is putting a can-do hat on and thinking forward 5 years, what would I as a consumer want from a drone delivery? Because it's going to happen. I want it to be secure. I want the people to be professional. I want to make sure that they're not damaging anywhere. I would like them to be economic, efficient, and environmentally beneficial. What better than to start with the pilots themselves? So that's the theory.
So, Neville, I have just one simple question. You already mentioned that joining your group, your forum, the Global Drone Pilot Association, is free. But are you putting any qualification criteria? Who will be eligible, who will not be, so that people know exactly what kind of quality of resources that the forum is maintaining?
Just like anything else, this is brand new. There is no qualification around drone pilots apart from what have you done before. So, if a farmer, typically, farmers employ drone companies all the time because they like to have the topology of their farm worked out, what crops are growing faster than others, where's the water problem, etc., etc. Huge amount of feedback from this little drone about so big that just travels all the way around their particular acreage. There are no qualifications currently. It's literally, what did you do on your last job? So just like when you employ a consultant, it's how good are you? Where's your references? So in the first instance, we're going to say, if you are currently a drone pilot, you must be doing something. Whether you're doing it good, bad, or indifferently, only you will know. But come with us and we will show you how to be professional. Of course, we will bring in qualifications down the line, but in the first instance, this is calling all drone pilots, wherever you are, or even potential drone pilots. Because there are a few university students out there that are good gamers are thinking, oh, I've got another option here. I got another employment opportunity, something that I really enjoy. And I'm doing a degree that I really enjoy too, but I could actually make money about something I enjoy. And that's the answer, And as you well know, and I regularly say, if you're doing a job you enjoy, it's not a job, is it?
Absolutely. In fact,
That's the whole point.
absolutely, Neville. If you look at Will Smith, he was very brainy. He is brainy. He reached Harvard, but then he quit Harvard to become an actor, and he enjoyed doing that. In fact, I like to say that I will be among the first few applicants on your forum. I consider myself as eligible for drone pilots. I will register. I will also tell my friends to register because I think there are a lot of enthusiasm. There is a forum which is coming up globally, a database of all the drone pilots across the world, which can be leveraged. So I think I wish you all the best. It's a fantastic initiative, Neville. I think this is going to go forward from here.
Well, I hope so. And as I say, this is the job of the future. It's a job of today, but not many people recognize it. So what we need to do is to say, those that have got accountancy qualifications, those that have got architect qualifications or acupuncturists with qualifications, why not drone pilots? Because all of a sudden that takes you to a completely different level. It becomes a recognized profession. And under those circumstances, it will be a global commodity, a global service. And remember, a drone pilot could be living in Delhi and working in Minnesota. How about that for an online opportunity?
That's the power of digital, and I think it is going to affect us all. And I'm very excited, Neville, that you've started this. I know you personally also. I would register, and I will ask all the viewers, my friends, my family, who feels that this is something they want to do, can register. So I wish you all the best for this new initiative which you have launched in 2021.
Thank you very much, CK. Have a good day, everybody. And remember, something you enjoy is not a job.
Absolutely, Neville. We will catch up with you again with some interesting subject. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.